Hi, it's Elaine from Penguin Place Crafts. It's Saturday night, after 9:30. Today was an applesauce making day. From 10 in the morning until about 3 in the afternoon, I was working on making applesauce. And I got 2 cannerfuls done, about 19 pints. 18? No, 19. 18 pints and 1/2 pint of applesauce. So I figure I have one more canner load to run on Monday, and then I'll be done with applesauce. So after I was done with that, I decided I've only got a few more ounces of yarn left. In bag number 1 from Michelle and Cheyenne, I'm going to finish that off today. So that's why my video isn't being recorded until 9:30 at night, because it took me that long to finish it off. There was times where like, okay, the applesauce is going to cook for 10 minutes. I'm going to go do a few rows. And, oh, there's the timer. 10 minutes went too fast. Go back out. Stir the applesauce. Okay, applesauce is in the canner for 10 minutes. 10 minutes went way too fast. So that was the story of my day. Little bits and pieces of crocheting and then a few hours of crocheting. I did not take a nap today, so hopefully I will sleep well tonight. I should not mention naps because then that makes me yawn. Okay, what did I start with? I started with... See, I have dirty fingers. You see the gray discoloring on my finger? That's from where I was holding the knife. And I have washed my hands. I've done dishes. Like fingers over here, I've got the dark discoloration. Ugh. Oh well, it'll go away. I will not have gray fingers forever. Doop, doop, doop. Mini Axolotl. Free pattern on Instagram by Stacy Makes. My eyes are feeling like I've been working with wool. I don't think anything that I was working with today was wool. But, oh, man, my eyes are giving me issues tonight. I should just go rinse them out with hot water. Okay, so, first project of the day. Little axolotl. Okay, I was working on this around 7 o'clock this morning. And it was very cloudy outside. Usually there's pretty good lighting in my chair in the morning because the sun is shining in the window behind me. But the sun was not shining. The sun was hiding behind the clouds. So it was sort of dark when I decided that I was going to make a mallard duck. I had no problems picking out green in the dimly lit living room. But instead of picking out brown, I picked out purple. So I have a purple and green mallard. Yeah. Someone will love a purple and green mallard. Let's finish off the purple by making a purple scrunchie. And then let's finish off some turquoise, making a turquoise scrunchie. Then I was starting on the apples. But on my little 10-minute increments, I was working on a stegosaurus. Now, I don't have a pattern I can share for this one because it came from a kit, so it's not really mine to share. It came from a Temu kit. So this did a good job on finishing up the green. This light green was also, it looks blue. It's like a bluish green. This was also from the Michelle Cheyenne bag. The yellow I added because I wanted to add the spots and the spikes. And I ran out of the blue-green. I needed another color to get enough spikes. Finish that dinosaur. Then once the applesauce was done, I went back and I'm looking at the bag like, okay, what's the biggest cake of yarn now? It was gray. So I made, oh boys, things are really washing out with the lighting in here tonight. Probably because it's 9:30 at night. I'm just going by ring light and another light here. Okay, so I made this washed out opossum. And I think that because the white that I used was just a touch thicker than the gray, his proportions are a little bit off. So I thought, okay, I'll make another one. I'll double up the white, I'll double up the pink, and I'll triple up the gray. I didn't have enough gray to do that. I played yarn chicken and I lost. So I went through, I came back here with this guy. I'm like, okay. Too light. Too dark. Too dark. Too light. Not the right weight. Just, oh, wait a minute. What's that? Is that gray? No, it's not blue enough. So I went on to Ravelry, pulled up my stash, searched for gray. Holding the finished possum, because this one was attached to the pink, and I didn't want to be carting, the possum and the gray yarn and the pink yarn back. I got a little envelope, and I'm writing on a little envelope because that was the only piece of scrap paper I could find next to the laptop. Okay, you can check underbed in the master bedroom, underbed in the spare bedroom. Oh, well, that one has 4. So under UB knee, UB toe. Was there another place to check up here? Then I had to go down to the basement and check 4 different totes down there. I could not find a match for that yarn until I found, I should have brought it back with me, a variegated yarn where it had 2 grays in it. It was white, tan, a light gray, and a dark gray. The light gray was just a little too light. The dark gray was just a little too dark. I thought, well, I'm going to be doubling this up. If I put the dark gray and the light gray together, maybe it'll pass. So she's got a bit of a slightly darker, slightly speckled backside. But when you play yarn chicken and lose, sometimes you have to improvise. So 2 possums. And my pile over here is getting really big. The pile of finished projects that need to be added to Etsy and get pictures and finish them off and all that stuff. Yeah. So then I had just a little bit left. Some of the green, a little bit of purple, a little bit of brown, a little bit of blue. And I thought, well, I could see if there's enough in those to make a micro octo or 2 or 3 or 4. Or I could just make a scrappy snake and finish them all off in one shot, which is what I did. Yeah, that's what I did. So it looks like I'm done with the first bag, but I'm not done with the first bag because there is one good sized cake that's in a project bag. I'm making a Dachshund. It's a bigger project. I probably won't finish it until Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday. Wednesday I have a doctor's appointment. I'm not going to be able to crochet much that day. Okay. So since I finished off the bag, and even though I've got 4 works in progress right next to my chair. I want to have a scrap bag going because sometimes you just want to make something little so that you can say, I finished something today. So I have pulled the next scrap bag. It has gray, but what was it? This one was two. Where's the little guy? Just like a little bit too light. How do we get you to see they just, when I held it over, there's just something different about them. So this one wouldn't work. It probably would have been closer than the sparkly butt that she ended up with. Not sparkly, but you know what I mean. Okay, a little bit of gray. Speaking of sparkly, there's some sparkly purple. Ooh. I want to make another unicorn. Give the unicorn a sparkly purple bead. More turquoise, but it's too late for me to make anything else for crochet roulette. I know a lot of times when I'm trying to say the hashtag for crochet roulette 2025, a lot of times I would say crochet roulette. No, I know it's crochet roulette. Sometimes I say things that I don't mean to say. Nice little green. That probably would be enough for a froggy hat. But that would not be enough to make the chick. I've got yellow by my chair. I have patterns for like a little chick. It's got the froggy head on it. I want to make some more of those. Oh, some red. You know what I need to do with the red? I need to put a tongue on the snake. I forgot about that. I was going to do that. A little bit of off-white, sort of a cream off-white. Now this one's going to be fun. It's like a baby. It's worsted weight. It's like the typical baby yarn with pink, blue, green, yellow. I have made Mushroom Boy by the Friendly Red Fox, where the body is white and the mushroom cap. See if I can get it past the. Okay, there we go. Get it past the lights so it's not quite washed up. This for the color cap. And it turned out really cute and it sold quickly. So I think this is going to become the mushroom cap for Mushroom Boy by Friendly Red Fox. Pretty in pink. A little bit more red. How many tongues does one snake need? A royal blue. This is the one I was excited about. Neon. I will get some of my... Right here. Come here. Just chenille. And put these two together. Probably make a nice big loaf cat. Because this might be a little overwhelming used by itself. But if you put these two together, they work up nicely as a loaf cat. A little bit more gray. But you know, this one was too light. See? Too light for the match. It feels like that might be cotton. I'll have to do a burn test on that. Orange with a bit of yellow. Oops, I almost dropped it. Yeah, there's another color change in there. So I will cake this up so that I can see what all the color changes are. Might make a cute little octopus. A little bit of blue. Oh, I was saying for burn tests. if you burn acrylic yarn, it melts and it forms this hard little ball at the end where you burned it. If you burn wool, it burns to ash and it smells like you're burning hair. If you burn cotton, it also goes to ash and it smells like you're burning some cloth. So that's how you can, if you're not quite sure of a fiber, but if it's a mixed fiber content, like it might smell like you're burning hair, but it still leaves a little hard ball melted, that might be an acrylic wool blend. So when I mention burn tests, sometimes people ask questions. A little bit of black. I've been going through a lot of black with embroidering eyes and putting the mouth on axolotls and all that. So, and then, ooh, this has a little sparkle to it. There's purple around the outside, and then it goes to sort of a aqua, and then another purple, and there's some pink in there. And it's already caked up. Ooh. If I mixed this with a thin white, like a baby weight white, I could make a dragon that sort of changes in color from the nose down to the tail, and hopefully there'd be enough of the pink left to do details like the wings in pink. That's a plan. So that is the second bag that I will be going through. Once I finish the Dachshund, I will do a slideshow of everything from bag 1 and I can't think, I don't know what that and got in there for because I think I was pretty much done with my sentence. Did I tell you it's after 9:30? And I'm tired. I've been up since 6:09 and I have not had a nap today because I wanted to get to bed fairly early, sleep well, so that I am alert for church tomorrow. Yes. None of this staying up till midnight and then almost falling asleep. I don't fall asleep. I yawn a lot and my eyes will start crossing. I do keep wintergreen lifesavers in my purse. And usually, before the service starts, I take one, I give one to my husband. And then once the initial song time is done, we have a wintergreen lifesaver. Just tradition. But if I feel like my eyes are crossing and I'm having problems staying focused, I'll have another wintergreen lifesaver just to try to wake me up a little bit more. So I'm hoping I can get by with one lifesaver tomorrow. Yep. So that was my day. I would say it was a successful one, that I made significant progress on the applesauce, and I made significant progress on the scrappy bag. That's about it. Hey, I'll take it. I finished a bunch of stuff. Next craft show is in 2 weeks. Right, Joanna? Today is the 11th, and the show is the 25th. Yes. I'm trying to get more organized for this one. It seems like at the last couple of shows, it's been like people ask for plants. Like, oh, do you have a little hanging succulent plant? Well, yeah, I do, but I didn't bring it. What else did somebody ask for at the last show? I can't remember. But I want to sort of count how many cubby holes I've got. There's 9 in the grid, and then there'd be 9 folding cubes that fit in the grid. So I've probably got about 18 spaces that I can deal with. So about 18 categories. Like I want to have rabbits, cats, dogs, dinosaurs, dragons, ducks, chickens. Most of the chickens are going to be hanging because I've got this 9x9 grid. I figured out a way. I have some extra grid squares. I put an extra one on the side and I can just hang all of the chickens in baskets from that extra shelf. So over the course of the next 2 weeks, over the course of this week, I need to narrow it down to, like, what did I say, 18 categories that are going to populate the grids and the cubes, and focus on getting those packed so I don't overpack and wear myself out with carrying in twice as much as I need. I want to try to simplify a little bit this time. Just focus on what I think will be good sellers. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. And over the course of the next week or so, I'll make up a little comparison sheet for you, because this particular show has run hot and cold for me. It's never been a fantastic show like Street Fest, but there have been, let's see, is it Depew that's, okay, this one I think is $40. Depew is still $25. So it's a $40 fee for the show. There have been times when I have not made that, or when I just barely made it. There have been times when I've only sold about $100 there. There have been times when I've sold about $400 there. So it depends. I mean, it depends on what the weather is like. If the weather is just glorious, people are going to be out enjoying the last of the fall weather. But then if the weather is really yucky, like if it's snowing, it can snow. It can snow around here. October 25th, yes. When I was a child, I remember taking younger siblings out trick-or-treating in snowsuits with the costumes over the snowsuit so they could barely move. Okay. If the weather is really bad, people might stay home because they don't want to go out in the weather. So you need weather that's just sort of like too chilly to really enjoy being outside, but not bad enough to keep them inside. Yep. That's the weather we're shooting for that day. And there's the economy and everything. Everybody's got their own excuse. I know that I am trying to limit unnecessary purchases. Just, we're retired. There's this set income that comes in each month, and we try to live within that. It's nice when there's a craft show that goes well, and it's like, okay, there's extra income this month. Oh, that reminds me. I need to make the college fund donations for the granddaughters. One thing that my craft earnings goes towards is birthday and Christmas donations to my granddaughters' college accounts. Each of them has one of these online gift things where you can go in and transfer money from your bank account into their account. And we have had 3 birthdays in the past month, and I haven't made that. Well, we've had 2 birthdays, and another one's coming up next week. I haven't made the donation yet because it got on one to-do list, but it didn't. It got on a to-do list that was on a piece of paper, it wasn't on the to-do list in the planner. So when that piece of paper got thrown out, that to-do list went with it. So I need to put it on the list in the planner so that if I don't get it done, it gets carried over to the next page and get that done. Yes. Okay, I need to stop yammering and go edit this video and put a tongue on the snake so that I can get it edited and uploaded and the pattern links listed so that I can go to bed. That's the plan. But I have a new bag of yarn to play with. It's always something.